displaying the glory of God's creation by exploring America one park at a time. Welcome to Parking Full Time with Big Dave, the parks professor. First hole. The par and distance are at the top of the screen. This hole and most of this course plays through a lightly wooded ridgetop area, but the areas along the side of the ridge are very densely wooded, and that is the case with the woods here on the inside of this dogleg right. So you really don't want to miss right with your throw on this hole. There's the basket, and there's the view back to the tee from behind the basket. The second hole plays over a low ridge. There's the same dense woods over to the right, so just like on the previous hole, you do not want to miss right on this hole. I do want to welcome you back to Parking Full Time. I am Big Dave, the parks professor. We are at Woodland Mound County Park. We are on the east side of Cincinnati, Ohio, but still in Hamilton County, almost to Claremont County. There's the view back to the tee from behind the second basket. The third hole stays in the lightly wooded ridgetop area with the same densely wooded ravine off to the right. All of the holes on the front nine have this feel. There are some more interesting holes on the back nine, and so this course does get more interesting. But in my opinion, the 3 or 4 most interesting holes on this course are all on the back nine, and so it'll be a few holes before this course really gets more interesting. There is a single large tree here guarding the front left side of the basket, so there is a little bit of skill in play on this hole. The fourth hole is similar to the first 3. You have this trio of trees here right in front of the tee, but a sweeping left to right disc flight will get you around those. I should say a word about the history and pars on this course. This is a very old course. This course dates to the early 1980s, and it's one of the oldest courses in Cincinnati. There was a major redesign here done in 2022, and that redesign did a lot of good things. It provided new baskets, new tees, some new signage, some new basket locations on some holes. The one thing the redesign didn't do that I kind of thought that it would do is update the pars. So the pars you see at the top of the screen, they are the official pars on this course, and they are pars from early 1980s. They seem ridiculously high to me and probably to you as well today, but that shows you how much the game has advanced over the past 40 years. The fifth hole plays slightly back uphill. There are a couple of trees here right around the basket that you have to negotiate, and there is another densely wooded ravine off to the right. There's the view back to the tee from behind the fifth basket. The sixth hole starts out in the usual very open area for this course, but the basket is actually up here in the edge of the woods. And in fact, this sixth basket is the closest that the front nine comes to actually going into the woods. We'll go through the woods for a couple holes on the back nine, but this is as close as we get on the front nine. You see, the woods here is only about 10 to 20 feet beyond the basket, and so you really don't want to miss long with your throw on this hole. There's the view back to the tee. The seventh hole is a gradually uphill hole, and it is a completely open hole except for the usual dense woods off to the right. I captured this video on Thursday, October the 19th, and it was a mild day with temperatures in the low 60s when I came here, but I just barely missed the rain. It started raining literally 20 minutes after I finished capturing this video. Also, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for watching. I know that Parking Full Time would not be anything without the people who watch. I realize that every day, and therefore I thank you every day. Also, I do not make any monetary compensation for anything I do for this project, and therefore the only thing I get for doing these videos are your likes, your subscribes, your views, and your comments, and I do appreciate all of those things. The eighth hole has a couple of low limbs that hang over the preferred line of play, and therefore for the first time on this course you have to keep your disc low. That said, the area around the basket is completely open, so if you can keep your disc under the limbs, this really is a pretty easy hole. There's the eighth basket, and there's the view back to the tee. The ninth hole is a very short hole, and there are no real obstacles other than some dense woods off to the right. Honestly, this is one of the most uninspiring holes on this course. This is a very beginner-friendly course, but there are some holes on the back 9 that are a little more challenging and in my opinion a little bit better than most of the holes that you see on the front 9. That is the end of the front 9. I will see you on the back 9. Until then, have a great afternoon, take care, and Lord bless.